All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining. And Paul Hall got full backing from the president of the JFF, Mr. Michael Ricketts. So this and many more to come based off the article that was written by the Gleaner, and I'll read into it just quite soon. Now, there's numerous reports as well, different from this that I'm going to read. We got reports from earlier this month, I think earlier last month, from Football GPS, Mr. Orville did say that on Football GPS, the president of the Jamaica Football Federation, Mr. Michael Ricketts, did say that Paul Hall is the man. He will be the man. It is not a matter of time or if or what. It's a matter of when the appointment will be announced. And also, he got the full backing of Mr. Winter as well. Now, before I get to the details, I would really appreciate it if you guys smash a like button, and most definitely, if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button as we get into the details. Now, I have made a report on this recently, the one specifically on Football GPS, what the president said that Paul Hall will be made official. But here comes the Gleaner with another article. So in the past maybe about 6 weeks, there's numerous reports coming out signaling and going to the direction that Paul Hall will be appointed as the new head coach of the Jamaica Reggae Boyz. Most definitely, there's a lot to take away from it. There's a lot to understand in this article. We're going to read through it and then just try to break down some of the aspects and how things look. So, Ricketts backs Paul Hall for top job. Now let's get into it. According to Jamaica Football Federation President Michael Ricketts, it's not a matter of if, but when Paul Hall will be tasked to take over the national senior men's program. Ricketts made a revelation at yesterday's official launch of the Kingston and St. Andrew Football Association Vala Youth Football Developmental League that took place at the I think it took place at Orrisborough Center, I believe, if I'm not wrong. All took charge of the Reggae Boyz in December on an interim basis following the departure of Theodore Whitmore after the first 8 games of the 2022 World Cup qualifiers resulted in just one win. Ricketts said that while they have had discussion with various candidates, Hall has been the front runner for the job, and there is a movement towards removing the interim tag. We have had extensive discussion with some prospective coaches, but I can't interview that Paul Hall is the leading candidate, and we are preparing a contract. And we will be making an announcement in short order, Ricketts told the Gleaner. The revelation comes as Jamaica will begin their next cycle this summer in League A of the CONCACAF Nation League. Before then, however, the Reggae Boyz will have 2 friendlies against Catalonia on May 25th and Uruguay on June 1st. But remember now, there's also a third friendly squished between that most recently from Basque country that is in Spain, similar, quite close to the Catalonia, same type of situation as the Catalonia, as most people would understand. Both being used as a tune-ups with being tasked to oversee. There are also plans afoot for a third friendly, which is now officially announced. Ricketts optimistic. He said that the finalization of a long-term deal for all would be dependent on the technical committee assessment. But he says that he's optimistic that the approval of Hall would just be a formality. So the technical committee, more than likely, we all know what the technical committee does, and we all know how they coincide with the decisions being made in on the selection of the coach or the firing of coach. So, and based off words coming out of the technical committee, you can definitely understand that they will go in favor of Paul Hall. Now, if I were to have the last say, I would say that, but certainly it would depend on the recommendation of the technical committee. That's why we are hoping it will go. That's the way we think it will go, Ricky said. We are just hopeful that we formalize his appointment very soon. JFF General Secretary Dalton Wint, in a Gleaner interview on April 2nd, I did mention this one, said all would have been considered because of how he acquitted himself during the final 6 games of the campaign. No, this is a part where many people would disagree, because they're going to say that in the final 6 games you only had 1 win. I don't think that many people would really formalize themselves with that, because they require more of the coach and they require more of the team. But the general populace of people who really know football would understand the situation surrounding the campaign, would understand the situation surrounding the JFFs, would understand also the situation surrounding everything. And it's not easy. But most definitely, on the pitch performance has improved. Yes, the results haven't improved as yet, but in football, how things go, the performance improve, the results will generally come. You have to work on getting the performance at the right level. If you don't get the performance at the right level, it doesn't matter how well how good the coach is, you will consistently fail. So you definitely start doing the right things in regards to administrating to the players, the right players to fit the program as well, and those aspects. So all of these things have to be a collective effort in getting the football program at the place that we would want it to be. So it's not just a matter of pick and choose and it will be right. No, it takes extensive investigation to find out where the root problem is. And we all know one of the major problems, but it doesn't really, the box doesn't stop right there, because who is in power right now, maybe 10 years ago, they weren't in power, but in the same sense, we still have the same failure results. But that is how it is some of the time. So let's continue instead. All only managed to win one of its first 7 games in charge, but still received the backing from National and Aston Villa midfielder Leon Bailey. After Reggae Boyz 2-1 win over Honduras on March 30, Bailey said all and the coaching staff had improved the team's confidence, which is important. Quote, this is what Leon Bailey said. He has been doing a great job and we are pleased with what he has been given. I can't complain, because they are pushing the players and they're also letting the players feel comfortable and confident. So after Jamaica unsuccessful 2022 World Cup qualifying campaign, all indicated that he wanted the job full-time, expressing his desire to continue the groundwork laid to build a core unit that can not only qualify for the 2026 World Cup, but also contend for continental championships. So Paul Hall is not only focusing on the now or just what he can get right now. He's most definitely looking forward to see what he can do in the progress of the national setup, how he can improve the team on a holistic context, not only for us to perform in the next Gold Cup campaign, not only for us to perform in Nation League, not only for us to perform in the World Cup 2026, but most importantly, for us to have a longevity in being a top team, a top nation in football. And he has already laid down the groundwork in regards to the coaching courses, football education. So all of these aspects are being put in place, and Paul has been a very much important, integral part of these systems being put in place. So we will see how this one goes. And yet again, another article, another word coming from the president stating that Paul Hall is the man, he will be the man, and it's not a matter of if, but when it will be announced. So as I said, in short term or short time period, there is a major announcement pending or outcoming. So until then, until next time, Military Guna TV, take care, enjoy yourself, people. We are out. Like, share, and subscribe.